Good morning, Pineapple Express lifestyle. I look a little haggard. I was just woken up from a security guard who's calling the cops to remove me off the property. Let's see how this turns out. It should be exciting. He's a feisty old fucker. He served in the military, and he's pissed off that I told him that I'm not leaving because legally I have to sit for 10 hours. I have 2 hours left on my 10-hour shift, and he's just an angry old bird that wants me to leave now instead of giving me 2 hours, because if I leave now, that 10 hours starts over and I can't drive for another 10 hours, and that really screws my day up. Stay tuned. Pineapple Express lifestyle. Alright, Pineapple Express lifestyle. Still in the parking lot. Security guy showed up again. I just wanted to hit record in case he gets out, and let's see what goes down. Here we go. Yes, sir. I thought you wanted to say something. He just gave me the middle finger. This old guy. JIT 2954. I'm sure he's gonna try to create all kinds of problems with my company. So, let's see if this guy pusses out. Yep, that guy's gonna puss out, and he's gonna leave. The old guy scaring him off. Sorry I don't look so pretty. I literally was woke up. I drove 20 hours to get to this facility that I'm at right now. I was told by the night shift security guy, his colleague, that they both work out of the same booth, and he literally told me he wouldn't have told me it was okay to park here. He lives right up the street. I said, call him back, call him over here. He and I had a long, beautiful conversation. I actually told my brother about it this morning when he called me, about how amazing it is that this guy who lives up the street, I didn't catch his name. I usually ask everybody's name, but I didn't. Did he just put something on my truck? On my trailer? Anyways, that he told me that he worked at this plant for 62 years. Amazingly enough, 62 years. We had a long conversation, like 45 minutes. So I know the man would know who I am if he showed up and saw my face. Now I'm going to get out and go see what this old feisty prick put on the fucking back of my truck. And see how this goes down. Again, sorry. Part 3 coming up next. Pineapple Express lifestyle. So, sir, like I was trying to say to you before it got heated.
Are you leaving?
I'm sorry, sir?
Are you leaving?
Sir, your colleague, the gentleman that works the night shift, let me speak. If we want to have a normal conversation, you're an elderly. I was taught to respect my elderly. You obviously have been military. I respect that as well. But your colleague informed me that to park here in this spot. So, the gentleman that works nights, who's worked here 62 years. Yeah.
You're talking about young. Ain't no fucking way you've been here 62 years.
Sir?
He was right down the street.
Call him up, tall gentleman,
I'm calling
blonde hair. You can call the cops. Your colleague informed me to park here. I went in that gate. He told me, come here and go to sleep. Also, you don't have the proper markings around this property that it is trespassing.
Want someone to drive in your yard and park?
I'm sorry, sir?
You don't have no trespassing signs up there.
Right. So, legally I can't move for until 3:30. Is it really that? What time did your shift start? Sir? What time did your shift start? Can you answer that question? It does, sir. What time did your shift start?
11 o'clock tonight.
Okay, but what time?
Now.
And what time did you get on? What time did you clock in? So, and the name of the company you work for is JB. That's all right. I'll get it off your. JB Security. So what you're telling me is you want to remove me from this property when I'm on a 10-hour mandatory break. We'll see how this turns out when the cops come. This is going to get exciting. You missed the blowout. I didn't record it. I didn't think the old guy was going to lose his fucking mind. But we'll see how this turns out when the cops get here. Just real quick, I did want to show you this parking lot. This place used to be an old Ford plant. The gentleman that I was talking about from last night, the security guard, his colleague, told me that this is a 1/4 mile long. And as you can see, there's one trucker right here. Him and I got here at the same time last night. And his colleague from JB Security informed me to park here for the night because we were unloading at that building right there. And it was okay for us to sleep here and take our 10-hour break. So I'm going to ask this gentleman one more question. Let's see if he gives me an answer. So, sir, you're telling me you want me to leave this premises even though I'm not in the condition to drive in a safe environment? All right. We'll see you when the cops get here. Get that car's license plate. Oh, he's off and running. So he stopped. Must be waiting for the police officer. We're gonna see how this turns out. Stay tuned. Well, here we go. The cops are here, so let's see how this plays out. Morning, sir. I don't even know it's morning anymore. Good morning. Anyways, I am recording. I'm doing my first constitutional right to record. So, last night I got up here this morning, about 4 a.m. His colleague, tall, white-haired gentleman, I didn't get his name. We had a lovely conversation. I know he's worked at this plant 62 years. I mean, we had a long 45-minute conversation. That gentleman told me to park here and that it was okay for me to stay here and stay and sleep.
So someone else told you it was fine to park here?
Yes.
Are you dropping off or picking up here?
I dropped off, but my 10-hour clock, I even told this gentleman, I got 3 hours left, man. If I leave, I can't leave. If I leave in the next 3 hours, my 10-hour clock has to reset and I have to sit for another 10 hours. I wasn't trying to be difficult with the gentleman. I was trying to explain my situation with my clock. I understand he's got a job to do. I did tell him that the other gentleman that he works with in that booth last night, there was 3 of us here. The other guy just ran off because he was scared. I can't start over because, you know, I only need 3 more hours. If I was impeding on, you know, the property, I could totally understand.
Ultimately, whoever his supervisor is says nobody's supposed to park here.
Right. I understand that, and what I was sharing with him is his colleague actually pointed me here to park here to go to sleep. I didn't just end up here.
What time
by
would
choice.
that have been at?
4 a.m. is when I checked in. And I was telling your partner there, I only have 3 hours left on my 10-hour clock. I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Where are you supposed to be at? Like, where's your end? Your end goal is where?
After my 10-hour shift, I go pick up another
Where'd you drop off?
right here at this with this company right here.
That's what I was.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I dropped this morning about 8 a.m. They knocked. They said we're ready. I think I got unloaded about 9 o'clock.
With this
With
white
building J. Yes, sir. Building J. And like I said, I only have 3 more hours. I'm not trying to be,
The issue
disrespectful.
he's running into is, so obviously you've got DOT stuff that says you can only do so much, right?
Right.
He's got a boss telling him you can only do so much. Here.
Right.
He's saying as long as you can get to their parking lot, you're fine. It's just this open area is their responsibility.
And as soon as my tires start rolling, my clock is gonna go from sleeper berth to on duty driving, and it's gonna start my clock back
it doesn't
over.
matter that you're moving.
It does. As soon as my tires start rolling, it's gone from a standstill, and it's DOT regulated, and it's going to see that I moved, and then my 10-hour clock starts all over again. And if I really want to I'm not in the, I don't know if J8 security wants, drivers to be, exited if they're not prepared to start driving. Like, if he kicks me off this lot, I'm not physically prepared to start driving.
His boss is telling him that you can't be.
I'd be happy to talk to his boss. I know he's kind of the middle guy, and I know that you guys have more important things to do than to be the middleman for this battle. I can't drive till 3:30. What time is it?
2:30.
2:30. I have 1 hour. So this argument's already taken almost 2 hours.
Officer Daniel, for what it's worth, his 3-hour time frame is.
3:30.
You didn't realize what time it was. It's actually an hour and 4 minutes away from now. You come out here often.
First time and only time, probably.
Okay, so now that we got the little time mix-up straightened out, he's going to call a supervisor. It sounds like he may even delay calling a supervisor a little
Okay.
bit. To hopefully get you past that hour.
Okay.
And he did say if ultimately the supervisor says no, that you do need to move on.
Okay.
And get that puts you in a spot. But at the same time, you're somewhere that you're not supposed to be, and they're going to try to do you a favor, it sounds like. You know what I mean?
I understand that part, but supposed to be, there needs to be clarity within
And
the
that's
ranks of
what I would
their
say
company.
Well, regardless, it doesn't,
Yeah.
it doesn't change the fact of it. What he's getting at is if they say you have to move, I understand that it sucks on multiple levels, but you got to move.
Okay.
And that's something, if you're going to continue to deliver to them, I would work out with them like, hey,
Yeah.
I ran into an issue the last time I came out. I have no issue delivering for you guys, but
But where's
where
a
can I
proper spot?
park? Yes.
Yeah.
Just that way do you avoid the issue.
Yeah.
If you-
Being a owner operator, I'll probably never come back here again. And we bounce all over the place. So the guy's pretty feisty. The first time he came to the door, I was like, "Sir, I'm very respectful."
For what it's worth, he said the same thing about you.
Yeah. Oh, I got feisty. Yeah, I did. I got feisty with him. But the first time he pounded on the door, I asked him. I said, "Sir," I said, I'm being respectful. You're elderly. You're military. I respect both of those things.
And that's- the thing is with him, he probably gets a lot of transient truckers coming off the highway parking
And-
here.
yeah.
He has no idea you had a legitimate reason.
And I explained that to him, and he did ask me to back up, and I shared with him, if I move, I'm screwed. Is there something we can work out? And so we both got belligerent with each other, and I apologized with him. I said I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but sorry. but I'm willing to wait this out. And I thought, you know, I didn't think he thought I would. I just, to have to start all over and sit for another 10 hours, that screws me in a big way.
You're not making money unless the wheels are turning, I understand.
And, you know, I was looking at my clock, forgetting that I'm on a West Coast time, so that's why I was saying 3 hours until...
Yeah, it's only an hour, so that's a lot more reasonable. In fact, it looks like he might be coming back now. Let's see what he has to say, and hopefully we can both walk away from this in a good spot.
Yes, I hope so too. And thank you guys for what you're doing. I know, like I said, you've probably got a lot more important shit to do than deal with two grumpy old guys.
Take the calls as they come in.
Show what you thought.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going this way. Supervisors elsewhere.
They say I don't got a better solution for you.
Yeah. All right.
Or getting arrested for trespassing, and obviously you don't want that.
They're
Yeah.
even worse.
Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah. So you guys don't do ticket trespassing or anything like that? It goes right to an arrest, huh?
You said you're from, where do you say you're from?
The West Coast, California.
It's in California, but
Yeah. No, that's why I was
And
asking.
then not local.
Yeah.
They're gonna. It'd be one thing if you had a local address, we could say, "Yeah, here, show for court on this date." But
Right.
Being local, they're gonna.
It goes to an arrest for trespassing.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So, and there's nothing I could do with reaching out to this company to step in on my behalf.
Absolutely. I would
try. Go for it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if nothing else, that's gonna stall and maybe buy you a little bit.
A little more time. So I'll wait till he comes back. If it becomes an issue, I'll ask him. You know, I'm going to go ahead and I got the paperwork inside. I'll go talk to those guys.
Talk to them right now. That way, if he does come back to your truck and tell you to move,
What he
Okay.
said, same thing. Get a hold of them, whatever you got to do, talk to them, and hopefully they'll just be like, yeah, cool, do whatever you want. That'll be
Okay.
the end of it.
All right, guys. Thank you, guys.
If somebody does tell you that, get like a contact name, phone number, something, so that when you have to come back, you can call and be like, oh yeah, this is the duty, talk to her.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for the info. All right. So in the state of Ohio, I could be arrested because I didn't want to vacate the property, and they don't do trespassing tickets. They literally just arrest you and then impound your truck. I hit pause for a brief second. I don't think everybody is going to be able to hear that. I thought we were just going to be standing around looking at each other weird like. So I hit pause, but I was informed, and I think I did catch the tail end of it, that the fact that I'm from out of state, they would arrest me, and that would be ugly. So this feisty old guy takes his job seriously. You know, there was another trucker that was here who took off and, you know, pressing the issue. If I wanted to be a prick, I could have told these cops that I'm not physically, mentally in the right frame of mind to drive this 18-wheeler. And do they want to take responsibility, plus the security company, of me smashing into somebody because they kicked me off of their empty lot just to be dicks? I didn't go that route, but I have used it in the past in a parking situation. But at that point, I had literally just landed at a location after driving, I think it was a 24-hour shift. And I was completely exhausted. And the cop actually looked at me and said, yeah, you don't look like you're in good shape. Go ahead, get a couple more hours of sleep, but do me a favor, don't come back. So it's worked in the past. I believe it would work again, but I didn't want to use that one right now. The cops were pretty cool. The old guy, they know the old guy is being pretty feisty. So supervisors are getting involved, and all other people are getting involved to decide whether or not I could sit here for an hour. It's literally an hour now. So I'll let you know how it turns out. Pineapple Express lifestyle. Always running into something fun. Love you guys. Peace.